Welcome to Sonic's Friendly Nemesis Knuckles #1. Or just Knuckles #1. Now, just to clarify some confusion that I might have, this is the Knuckles mini-series. The mini-series came before the main Knuckles series, because later on we get a Knuckles series called Knuckles the Echidna. Just to clarify, this mini-series is before the main series. Just to let everyone know, in case you're wondering why there's Knuckles 1 and Knuckles the Echidna 1. When I get to that issue. Anyway, here we go. Let's get into this issue of Ken Penner's Glory. Because you already know who is part of this, who is writing this comic. Yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog, with great reluctance, presents his friendly nemesis, Knuckles, in an all-new miniseries featuring the mystery of Archimedes and an extra special guest appearance by the Chaotix. So, what are you waiting for? Turn the page, because the wonderment is about to begin. Here's something Ken loves doing, these beat poems, like he's some poet. Of the countless natural worlds of the planet Mobius, none can compare to the awe and majesty of the fabled floating island. Its secrets, including those of the legendary Chaos Emeralds, are preserved and protected by Knuckles the Echidna. He is the most current sentinel in a long line of guardians. Though forever apart from the affairs of those who dwell below, the island has its own unique tales of triumph and tragedy. Raised to lofty heights by the power of science, technology would eventually prove a double-edged sword in a culture's ultimate downfall. I don't know how, but, once home to the most advanced society in living memory, the land has since reverted back to wilderness, but very deep beneath the shadow of Mount Fate lie signposts that checkered past, and the artifacts of days perhaps best forgotten. Still, history has a knack for refreshing the memories of those who fail to heed its lesson, and that is where our story begins. So we're finally getting to the end of that Knuckles crap at the end of every issue of the old Sonic stuff. So now we're going to get the answer to who Archimedes is, and spoiler, it's not very exciting. Deep in the bowels of the fabled floating island above planet Mobius, a vast underground complex is about to be invaded. The ancients guard their secrets well. Chambers lousy with motion sensors, everything from tripwires to pressure plates, to complex infrared arrays, trapdoors and deadfalls for the electric eye can see. Blue traps, both ridiculous and exotic. Nobody can cross the room without setting at least one of them off. So, alright, here it is. Sonic's running name is Knuckles writes a passage. Of course, unfortunately, some rings. Hold on, you gotta get a picture in your head because this is supposed to be like a spread out page. Can you guess who wrote this script? At least he's not drawing it, but Ken Penders and Mike Kantorovich, who I don't know what the hell he does anyway, because we already know it's mostly Ken Penders' idea, And Art Morini, I don't know how to say his name. Doing a pencil, let's get into it. I'll accept to improvise. So here guys get shot and everything because Knuckles decides I'm just going to go head first because that's actually kind of in character for him. So anyway, I'm not going to judge it. Whoa! My answers didn't leave me much to chance. They throw in everything but the kitchen sink. But the one thing I won't throw in is the towel. After all, if you can't stand the heat, fight fire with firepower. Ugh, that's gotta hurt. Good riddance to bad rubbish. What's a nice echidna like me doing in a hidden temple anyway? How would I get myself into this mess? Same way I always do, by leaping without looking. And when I wasn't looking, Archimedes put the snatch on the Chaotix. He'd been plaguing me for weeks with taunts and riddles, but that was the last straw. I searched for answers, only to find Mount Fate. Dad often spoke of the myths and legends which centered around it, dating back to when our homeland first touched the sky. Generations later, brothers Edmund and Dmitri sought to return this island to Mobius. But Dimitri's arrogance would prove Echidna's society's downfall. He absorbed the energies of 11 of the 12 Chaos Emeralds which held it in his loft, only to be buried down in the ruins of his own dark tower. As penance, my people renounce all ties to technology, that they preserve artifacts of their scientific heritage in the Grand Conservatory, beneath the shadow of Mount Fate, which looks completely different now. Odds are the underground city is where Archimedes took the Chaotix and he's using it for his base of operation. He's always one step ahead, but I'm the one behind the 8 ball. Here's the Indiana Jones stuff. Here's no text here, so I'll let you look at the panel for a while. You can pause if you want to look at it a bit better. And you guys done? Alright, let's go with the next page. The rolling rock must gather some magenta-colored moss. Glad the doors weren't built for Ivan Robotnik. Speaking of doors, there are sure a lot of them. What's behind this one? Some sort of portable concussive blaster? Like the ones upstairs, only smaller. That's what my ancestors used to dig out this complex. Protect with me as I run across any more obstacles. Good workmanship. Could never knock it down with my fist. Fortunately, I've come prepared. So I don't know what's going on here, so we'll just keep reading. Which is more important, your friend or the threat to your floating island? Is this supposed to be him or someone else talking? I guess it's not, because the way he looks in the layer panels. Had you fought together instead of separately, you wouldn't be here. Still, intelligence aside, your performance has been adequate. Turning the conservatory's defenses against himself was elegant in its simplicity, although a trifle melodramatic. Still, you correctly reasoned that the key to your present lies in your past. That the path best guarded holds both the most peril. Okay, we're getting cut off by a smart work. Here we go. Here's smart work for you. Here's some ads. And the brightest promises. Charmy, Espio, Mighty, Vector, you're all right. Why shouldn't we be? Our host has been very gracious. Yeah, you fit us too. Pull up a chair. There's spare ribs to spare. I don't want lunch, Vector. I want answers. So you're the big mumba jumba, Archimedes. Lucky's trying to think. I've been thinking, wise guy, and my train of thought led me here to the Grand Conservatory. Obviously, you've got a hold of my answers to the abandoned technology. How are these robots? I'm gonna do your dirty work. Golly. What I don't understand is how you disappeared last time in the Chaos Chamber and carved your initials into a solid hunk of solid granite. You're small but hardy, invisible. He's gone. Blue smoke and mirrors, the magician's art. A little misdirection goes a long way. As for the rest... Whoa. Think you're pretty hot stuff, huh? As a matter of fact, I do. My people have pulled a kin of fat out of the fire more than times than I can count. As far back as the origin of this island. The fire is correct. He is kind and once thwarted my will. That was long, long ago. I have grown, learned, evolved during my imprisonment beneath Mount Fate. The echidna scientist Dimitri is no more today. Enerjack reigns supreme! So we're getting introduced to actually a pretty big main player here with Enerjack here, which we kind of introduced earlier, mostly Dimitri. This character, let's just say, he's one of the main villains as in Robotnik, even though he is the main villain. But there you go. Enerjack, the great evil of legend. Everyone get back, you don't know what you're dealing with. A fraud, that's what. Dimitri was destroyed, crushed by the rubble of his dark tower. No one, nothing could have survived. How quickly they forget. Alone shadow castles power me. I am immortal, eternal, and indestructible. Oh, well, let's just see how indestructible you are. Good. I was hoping you'd try something foolish. Here's another page of no text, so here's my drink break. Well, you guys can take in the sights. There. Now that you expected to show up, resistance has been extinguished. Events may have proceeded in orderly fashion, though Kinapolis has long since fallen. My dreams of conquest yet endure. These chaotics could be proved useful to me in the world that's coming. But you, the descendants of those who arranged my defeat, deserve a better fate. Okay, I thought them scream, but probably him laughing because every villain laughs. I'm not reading laughs. What a wild ride. Luckily, we're still in one piece. Depends on how you find luck, Echidna. Where are we? I'm not sure. From the looks of things, it's going to be a long walk home. And yes, that's the end of that issue. So to we continue Knuckles Number 1 2. Wasn't that swell? And here's an island layout. I can barely read this shit. Map of a floating island. Mount Fate. SS Radio Observatory. Chaos Chamber. Zoot Shoot. What's called Zoot Shoot? Launch base, okay? Here where Knuckles held Sonic and Tails prisoner. Site where Sonic and Tails crash landed. Happy Land Music Park or Carnival Zone. Alright, then we got Marble Zone, Lower Reef Zone, Mushroom Zone, it's not Mushroom Zone, it's Mushroom Hill Zone, Hydro City, Hidden Palace Zone, Sky Sanctuary Zone, Ice Cap Zone, more slightly than Topless, Angel Zone, it's actually Angel Island Zone, the whole thing's called Angel Island, To top of the zone, mostly unexplored. Here you are along with Knuckles and Archimedes. Find out what they can do to get home next issue. There's also the Swampy Swamp, Vector's Home, Strawberry Fields. I had another groan moment there. Charmy's Hive, Rainbow Valley, Espio's Home, Rocky Hill, Muddy's Home, Next Nook, Ripple T Rodent's Rat Hole, Knuckles the Lair, Fire Ant Hill. No unmarked territory are yet to be explored, or either future adventures or Sega Genesis cartridges. Wow. Rarity Zone, Death Egg Zone, and Doomsday Zone are not appear. They occur off island. Wasn't that swell? Knuckle. Well, there you go. Is this the end of the issue? That was it? Okay, that was the end of the issue. And, yeah, well, I don't know what he does now. The website updated. Next time, Knuckles fights a worm from Doom. Dune, not Doom. See you then.